indignant, saying, "Why this waste for," verse 9, oops. Is it waste or west? No, I think it's waste. No, it's waste. Verse 9, for the Fengerner, here we go again. Furniture oil might have been sold for much and given to the poor. Verse 10, but when Jesus was aware of it, he said to them, "Why do you trouble the woman, for she has done a good work for me." Verse 11, for you have the poor with you always, but me you do not have always. Verse 12, for in pouring this vinegar oil on my body, she did it for my burial. Verse 13, austerity. Assuredly, I say to you, wherever this gospel is preached in the whole world, what this woman has done will also be told as a memorial to her. Verse 14, then one of the 12, called Judas,
Start building skills for today's tech jobs. Learn more at wgu.edu.
We are looking in British English. This is generally said as
Iscariot went to the chief priest, verse 15, and said, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" And they continued out to him 30 pieces of silver. Verse 16, so from that time he saw is it salt or Saul? Salt. Wow. Oh. Opportunity to betray him. Verse 17. Now on the first day of the feast, to the unleavened bread that displeased come to Jesus, saying to him, "Where do you want us to prepare for you to eat the Passover?" Verse 18, and he said, "Go into the city to a certain man, and say to him, the teacher says, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples." Verse 19, so the disciples did as Jesus had directed them, and they prepared the Passover. Verse 20, when even had come, he sat down with the 12. Verse 21. Verse 21, now as they were eating, he said, "Assuredly I say to you, one of you will betray me." It says right there. Verse 22, and it was Judas. Verse 22, and they were exceedingly sorrowful, and each of them began to say to him, "Lord, it is I." Verse 23, he answered and said, "He who dipped his hand with me in a dish will betray me." The dish will betray me. Verse 24, the Son of Man indeed goes just as it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been good for that man if he had not been born. Verse 25. Then Judas, who was betraying him, answered and said, Rabbi, it is I. He said to him, you have said it. Verse 26. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread, blessed and brake it, and gave it to the disciples, and said, take, eat, this is my body. So when he said, you said it, it means that Judas was having pride, greed, he had bitterness, he had all of it. The devil was in his head. Verse 27, then he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink from it all of you. Verse 28, for this is my blood of the new covenant, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. Verse 29, but I say to you, I will not drink of this fruit of the vine from now on until the day when I drink anew with you in my Father's kingdom. So it's right there. Verse 30, and when they had sung a
Get half off pizzas this week, however you order. Me, I'll be calling Tom. No.
We are looking at how to pronounce these words and more confusing vocabulary in English. Let's break down the pronunciation. Hem is how it's said.
They went out to the Mount of Olives. Verse 31. Then Jesus said to them, all of you will be made to stumble because of me this night, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. Verse 32, but after I have been raised, I will go before you to Galilee. Verse 33, Peter answered and said to him, even if all are made to stumble because of you, I will never be made to stumble. Verse 34, Jesus said to him, assuredly I say to you that this night before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Verse 35, Peter said to him, even if I have to die with you, I will not deny you. And so said all the disciples, and Peter did deny him 3 times. Verse 36, Then Jesus came with them to a place called, and then he got baptized, and then he'd been preaching.
Go reward yourself. Go play.
SpeechModification.com presents How to Pronounce Gethsemane.
And said to the disciples, sit here while I go and pray over there. Verse 37, and he took with him Peter and the 2 sons of